Hello everyone, welcome to our lesson. Last time we talked about the perfect tense, and we also talked about how the perfect tense focuses on the action more than it focuses on time itself. And we also talked about, that was earlier, we talked about modal verbs, and we said how they can help us modify certain verbs to convey advice, possibility, obligation, etc. Today we will talk about the perfect tense and how it can also relate to modal verbs. So can we actually have a modal verb and a perfect tense? And how does this make sense? Why would we even use this? In which situation do I have to use the perfect tense with a modal verb? Well, to answer your question, we're going to have to look at some pictures. But first, I want to know how you've been throughout this holiday that we had. So, Sarah, how you been? How's your holiday? Nice. Okay. And did you travel anywhere? Okay, you stayed home. Very nice. Mike, how was your holiday? New video game. Okay, what was it? Spider-Man 2. Oh, okay. I haven't played that, but I need to try it. Okay, I will try it for sure. So, hopefully all of you are ready. We're going to take a look at some pictures, and then we will try to talk about how we can use the perfect tense with models using these pictures. So the first picture is going to be this. We have a bicycle and we have tomatoes on the ground, and these tomatoes are squashed. They fell off this basket, right? So what do you think happened here? Let me just have some answers. Sarah, what do you think happened here? Okay, so the bike fell. The bike fell, or the rider? Yes, the rider fell and dropped his things, right? He dropped the grocery that he was buying. So that is one answer. But my question is, do we know when this happened? Do we have any idea about when exactly this happened? No. So which is better? Using the perfect tense here or using the past simple? What do you think? Mike? The perfect tense. So how would this be? How would this turn into a sentence in the perfect tense? Okay. So the rider has fallen and dropped his things. So the rider has fallen. This is a perfect tense. But how do you know that this is a rider who bought things from the grocery store, right? And how are you so sure about this? Right? Like, are you assuming that he did this? Are you, is it like a possibility? Is it a strong possibility? Or is it like a 50-50 possibility? So you're sure about this, because apparently he's buying like tomatoes and potatoes and all these things, and you don't normally walk around with these, right? You don't walk around, with sacks of potatoes or like tomatoes. So this is a strong assumption here that he bought some grocery. He'd bought some grocery before, falling like this. So what I like to do here is I like to use the modal must. Right? And what I would say about this picture is the rider must have fallen while carrying groceries. So this way we show assumption, we have a strong assumption that this rider bought some groceries and fell on his way back. Next picture. We have an accident here. Right? So, who wants to talk about this picture? James. These cars have crashed. These cars have crashed. Okay, so this is the front side of the first car. This is the front of the first car, and this is the rear side of the other car. So, in your opinion, which car hit the other? The car on the back or the car in the front? James? So the car in the back hit the car in the front, because that's logical, right? So you're almost sure. But what if the first car was just parked and the other car was just going back and trying to park also, and by doing so hit the other car? Now it's a 50-50 chance, right? Can we say that the first car must have hit the second car? Or what do we say? Mike? The first car can have hit the second car? Is that correct? Can have hit? Sarah, can you fix this for us? Could. Yes. The first car could have hit the second car, and it could have not. So there's a 50-50 chance over here. We are talking about possibility, as you can see. So, when we talk about possibility, we are trying to use could, the model could. And when we talked about assumptions, strong assumptions, we used must. Right? Very good. Moving on to the next picture. We have a student. And this student apparently got an F. Right? So, Ali, your turn. Tell me about this picture. The student has gotten an F on the exam. Okay. All right. Now, my question to you. Was he able to avoid failing this exam? Very good. How do you think he was able to avoid failing the exam? By studying harder. Okay. So, if you would meet him now, or if you would meet him then, right? You would tell him that you should study hard, right? Right? Mike, what would you say to this guy? You should study hard. Sarah, you should study hard, right? Okay. Now, he did not study hard, and as you can see, he had failed. So, if we feel this, if you want to show regret, if you want to show regret, or if you want to show that we are really sad about the situation and we wish it could have turned out better, what would we say to him? Mike, you should, perfect tense, have studied better, right? Okay, you should have studied better. Now this means we are talking about one of our regrets, that we wish things could have turned out differently, right? Very good. So, right now, we have three situations. An assumption, maybe something that I'm really sure about, where I use the model must with the perfect tense. We have an assumption, a regret, when I talk about something that I wish turned out differently, and I wish whoever, or like whatever happened, would have happened in another way. Or maybe like I'm talking about someone who could have ended up with a different outcome. So you should have studied harder, you should have came earlier, right? And then the last one is possibility. When I talk about something that might possibly had been true in the past, all right? So for example, when we looked at the accident, we really have no idea who did the accident. Maybe it's the car in the back, maybe it's the car in the front. So we said it could have been the first car. So the first car could have crashed the second car, or the second car could have crashed the first car by reversing the car. So this is also a possibility. Next, what we're going to do, I'm going to write, and I'm going to share it on LMS. We're going to write the structure or the sentences, and I'm going to show you more picture, but this time you will provide the sentences, and we'll be discussing them in a bit.